I work as an assisted support specialist, basically a caregiver for adults with developmental disabilities that range from autism, Down syndrome, all the way to OCD. I think statistically 90% of the clients I worked with here in Oregon were at an institution. There was a whole movement back in I'd say the early 70s throughout the 80s and into the 90s where it was finally finalized, where the idea of the institution was seen as not a very wholesome thing for the Oregon community, so they decided to integrate these clients and these people into the community, into group homes. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot smaller. Of course, there's a lot more one-on-one care, and the biggest thing is that it brings them into the community and it doesn't hide them behind walls and whatnot and far-off places and stuff like that. So I think it's important that we have group homes for these people. I would hate to see the clients go back into the institutional world. I could see a lot of their services being cut. A lot of them have amazing opportunities to do things in the community. A lot of them are recognized in the community, and are part of the community, And I think that's one of the coolest things about integrating the clients into the community, is that it relieves the community of the misconceptions about people with disabilities. And I would fear that cutting these types of programs and funding for these types of people would be taking a step back for the types of opportunities that we've tried to establish for them in the past 20 years. I think cutting the funds and whatnot for these types of people would unravel the fabric of the community. I'd like to see improvements in education for the staff and the community. Of course, for the staff, having some sort of system where they could be made aware or know, or somehow that they could learn about the types of syndromes, diseases, or disorders that a lot of these clients have. I think that's a big issue. When I think about that as educating the community, is there's a lot of stigma involved around people with disabilities. And I think back 50 and 60 and 100 years ago, when the institution was the craze for folks who were seen as different, that established that stigma. And the merit of a society or a civilization or a country is how well do they take care of their most vulnerable. So I think if we were to cut that wouldn't shine too brightly on how well we take care of our community, the people in it.